Hello, this is Kaz. This is my very first YouTube video. That's not a music video. So, I'm a little nervous. I don't really speak straight up to the camera most of the time. So, I apologize for my rambling and how awkward this is. Enjoy! So, I'm going to be doing a Q&A video today. I have all the questions up on my little computer in front of me. And the very first question is, when did you get into music and who inspired you most? Following that, what was the shift from being a music listener to wanting to make your own music? I started making music last year in August. I was just using my iPhone, and just like recording it on BandLab. And then that Christmas, I got my recording stuff, like my microphone, all that stuff. Someone who would inspire me most, obviously Ethel Kane. Love her. And then the shift from being a music listener to wanting to make your own music. I worked with one of my really good friends who makes music, and she's a really good singer. And I was like, I really want to do that too. So one day I just decided to do that. That's when I just started recording it on my phone. I don't really have any musical knowledge other than listening to things by ear. I don't know music theory. I'm very much a beginner in what I do. And then I just made like Dance of Death, and I was like, okay, this is pretty cool. I just saturated the fuck out of it with like filters and everything. And I posted it, and it was pretty cool. The second question is, what is your favorite book? My favorite book is Sharp Objects. I wrote a song about it. I love the show. I love the book. It is beautiful. The plot twist, if you haven't read it right now. It's so good. Like, top one book. Very best book I've ever read. And then, when you write music, are you yourself or do you play into another character? Going on to the Wind Gap stuff, I base that from the perspective of Camille, Emma's older sister, in Sharp Objects. And that's kind of it. I would say, I don't know, the person with the braids that I post in like every single one of my albums, I would say that's a character, especially in Cruel and Unusual. It's like Kazmustang is kind of like my alter ego, if that makes any sense. But, yeah. Going on to the Kazmustang alter ego stuff. I'm Kaz, and then there's Kazmustang. I feel like I just lived through that, almost, if that makes any sense. Not really. But the other question is, would you ever consider writing a story album? I'm definitely thinking about it. I've been thinking about it for a while, but I don't really know how you would start something like that. I love stories, but I'm not like a big story writer, if that makes any sense. But I definitely want to in the future. I for sure will. The other question is, if your favorite animal didn't exist, what's your next favorite? This was written by my boyfriend. My favorite animal is a deer, but if that animal didn't exist, I fuck with platypus. I think they're so stupid. Thank you. Yeah. Next question. Aside from music, what's another art you would love to pursue? I paint, I crochet, I quilt. I don't know if you can see that right there. It's my little quilt stuff. I'm just really big on doing everything. One thing that's stuck with me though is definitely crochet. I just have millions of buckets around my room of just yarn. There's one right there. But yeah, I just kind of dip my toes into everything. The next question is, which of your own songs are your favorite? I would say gunmetal, which, funny thing is, I found gun sax is actually pronounced gunny sax, so in that context, gunmetal would be pronounced gunny metal. That's weird. That's very interesting. And then my other one would be Waiting. I think that's what I've heard is the best of my work yet. I really just liked making it. Like, it's just kind of the songs that you like have the most fun making, that you enjoy the most, if that makes any sense. Like, I don't know, I can't explain it. But the other question is, what's one thing you wish your audience would understand? I feel like my music gets put into like the sleep category, like you put it on to sleep, and that's one of my biggest pet peeves ever. I show someone my music or just music I listen to, and they're like, I could fall asleep to this. I could not. You're supposed to cry to it. That's what it's made for. My music, at least. I write it to cry to, you know? The next question is, sorry, I had to cut the video. I messed up the question so bad multiple times, but do you notice you make more music during a certain time of the year or day? What type of setting is optimal to be sufficient? I feel like as long as I'm in like a calm place, like I like it in my room most when it looks like this, when it's dark, when it's like nighttime, because I just feel like my brain works better at night than it does in the morning. I'm way more creative at night. Or just like going on a walk. I'll just go on drives, and I'll go to like trails, and I'll just take a walk and like think of things and like write them in my notes. But I feel like it doesn't really matter the time of the year. I do like summer though. I feel like I enjoy like the aspects of summer, how you would like in a movie, and that gives me more like descriptions that I could use in my songs, I guess. Yeah, those are all the questions. Honorable mention from the questions I got was, I don't even know how to pronounce this, kazmustang. I don't know what that means. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching if you watched all the way to the end. I will definitely be posting more, and if you have any suggestions on videos you would like to see, let me know in the comments, and I'll definitely respond. Any music questions that I didn't answer here, I'll definitely respond to that too. Well, I love you. Goodbye.